Most students think fixing their routine means waking up at 4 a.m., drinking 10 cups of coffee, and grinding nonstop. That's why 90% of routines fail. Here's the truth. You're probably following routines that were designed to fail from day one. But I want you to forget those unrealistic schedules because in this video, I'm going to show you a daily routine that's actually perfect for students. And here's the twist. It's not complicated, it's not extreme, it's easy, realistic, and it actually works in real life. And if you stick with me until the end, I'll expose the number one silent mistake that secretly destroys most student routines. Why routines fail. Let's be real. Most routines don't fail because students are lazy. They fail because the routine itself was set up to crash. First, you overload your day with an impossible list of tasks. You tell yourself you'll study for 10 hours, exercise for 2, and somehow still have time for family, friends, and sleep. By the end of day 1, you're already behind, and that guilt starts to pile up. Second, you compare yourself to study vloggers who claim they study 14 hours straight. That's not realistic. Most of them aren't even showing you the full picture. Yet you end up chasing an image instead of building a routine that actually fits your life. And third, you start your mornings with chaos. You grab your phone, scroll through notifications, rush through breakfast, or skip it entirely, and then wonder why you feel drained before your day has even started. If you've ever tried a routine, slipped once, and then felt guilty for failing, listen, it's not your fault. You weren't the problem. You were just following the wrong playbook. The framework, easy routine philosophy. So what's the right playbook? It comes down to 4 simple pillars, what I call the EASY routine philosophy. First, balance over burnout. A routine isn't about pushing yourself to the limit. It's about balancing productivity with health so you don't crash. Second, simplicity beats perfection. Forget overcomplicated systems. The routines that stick are the ones that feel simple, repeatable, and flexible. One small daily win matters more than a perfect plan you can't maintain. Third, energy before effort. You can't expect focus and discipline if your body and mind are running on empty. Prioritize sleep, nutrition, and movement first. Your energy fuels your effort. And finally, consistency over intensity. Anyone can study for 12 hours once. The real winners are the ones who show up every single day, even if it's just for a few hours. Because over time, consistency beats bursts of intensity. If you build your daily routine on these 4 pillars, it won't just work for a week, it'll actually last. Morning routine. Let's start with the morning because how you begin your day sets the tone for everything that follows. Now, you don't need to wake up at 4 a.m. to be productive. That's a myth. What matters is waking up early enough to own your first hour, whether that's 5:30, 6:30, or even 7. The point is simple. You start your day before the world starts pulling you in every direction. The very first thing you do after waking up matters more than you think. Most students grab their phone and instantly scroll through messages, Instagram or TikTok. That's like letting dozens of random voices flood your brain before you've even had a chance to think for yourself. Instead, follow what I call the first input rule. Whatever your brain consumes first in the morning sets the tone for the rest of the day. So choose clarity, not chaos. Take a deep breath. Stretch. Open your window. Let the sunlight hit your eyes. Even 2 minutes of calm reflection or journaling can ground you far better than 30 minutes of scrolling. Next, hydration. Your body has gone 6 to 8 hours without water. A glass of water in the morning is like hitting the power on button for your brain. Then, light movement. And no, I'm not talking about a full gym session at dawn. Just 5 minutes of stretching, yoga, or even walking around your room wakes up your body and gets oxygen flowing to your brain. Think of it as jump-starting your internal Wi-Fi. Without it, the connection between body and mind is weak. Finally, keep breakfast simple but fueling. It doesn't have to be fancy. Eggs and toast, oats and fruit, or even a quick smoothie. Your brain burns energy when you study, so give it something to run on. Remember this, mornings aren't about being superhuman. They're about controlling the first hour so the rest of the day doesn't control you. Afternoon routine. Afternoons can be tricky. Your energy naturally dips, and if you're not intentional, that dip can turn into a productivity crash. Here's how to flip it. During study sessions or classes, don't just passively listen or reread your notes. That's like pouring water into a bucket full of holes. Instead, use active strategies. Summarize what you just learned, explain it back to yourself, or quiz your brain without looking at the notes. This doesn't just keep you awake, it actually wires the knowledge deeper. When it comes to lunch, keep it light but energizing. Heavy meals will make you crash harder than a Wi-Fi router in a thunderstorm. Go for balanced portions, protein, fiber, and some healthy carbs. Enough fuel to power your brain without sending you straight into food coma. And here's a secret weapon, the reset strategy. Short naps, 15 to 20 minutes max, or even a quick walk outdoors can restore more focus than an extra coffee. Think of it as pressing refresh on your mind. Remember this, afternoons aren't for cramming, they're for applying and practicing. If this tip already gave you one aha moment, imagine what the rest of the routine will unlock for you. Stick around, because the evening routine is where balance truly begins. Evening routine. By evening, your brain has been running all day. Instead of forcing it to keep grinding, shift gears. This is your recovery phase. First, move your body. Light exercise, a walk, or even playing a sport helps flush out stress and resets your focus. Physical movement isn't wasting time, it's priming your brain for tomorrow. Next, give yourself a creative outlet. Journal your thoughts, draw, play music, or spend time on a personal project. These small moments of creativity don't just relax you, they also keep your brain flexible and resilient. Finally, if you want to study in the evening, keep it light. This isn't the time for heavy problem solving. Instead, revise what you learned earlier, organize your notes, or plan your next day. By doing this, you're telling your brain, I'm wrapping up. Get ready to recharge. Remember this, evenings aren't about grinding harder, they're about preparing your brain for tomorrow. If this part made sense, drop a moon emoji in the comments to let me know you're claiming your evenings back. And don't miss the final night routine. It's the secret weapon most students overlook. Night routine. Nights aren't about last-minute cramming, they're about resetting. Start with a quick plan for tomorrow. Write down 3 to 5 concrete tasks. Not 20, not a whole essay of to-dos, just a handful of priorities. That way, when you wake up, you already know where to aim your energy. Next, set a digital sunset. Put the phone away at least 30 minutes before bed. Endless scrolling at night is like inviting chaos into your brain's bedroom. And here's the science. Studying loads information, but sleep is the save button. Without quality sleep, all the effort you put in during the day leaks out of your brain like water from a cracked bucket. Remember, rest isn't laziness, it's part of the system. If you agree that sleep is the real topper's hack, comment, I love sleep. The big mistake. Here's the truth. The number one mistake students make isn't laziness, it's believing their routine has to be perfect from day one. But real routines don't work that way. They're like muscles. You don't walk into the gym and lift 200 pounds on day one. You build up slowly, reps, consistency, progress. So when you fall off track, when you miss a morning or a study session, don't spiral into guilt. Just restart the next day. That's the real win. Comment reset if you're ready to build your routine like a muscle, not a prison. At the end of the day, your routine isn't about controlling every single minute. It's about building a rhythm, a flow that works for you every single day. So stop chasing impossible routines. Start building a sustainable one. Show up, repeat, and watch yourself transform. If this video gave you value, hit like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs this. And if you want step-by-step strategies to boost memory and focus, I've put everything together in my Exceptional Memory ebook. You'll find the link below.